Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Edessa the Dark Crusade Season 2. This time, we focus on Sister Madeleine once more, who has been utilizing various connections around the city to see if she can approach various figures on what may have happened over a century ago within the domain, being that it is a mystery that still remains unsolved to this night. She has been engaging with the underground marketplace, looking to see if she can discover a clue as to at least where she should begin. Maybe she can find someone who was once there. Maybe attract the attention of one of those figures, or maybe acquire a first person account from a secondary source, or find something else entirely. Something, anything, a piece of evidence, something to go on. And your work, Madeleine, has not gone unnoticed. Is one of your connections, as you walk around, approaches you on one of these nights. Stating that he may finally have what you seek, and has organized a meeting with the person who may possess it, or the connect, the individual who would know the individual.
Okay. She prepares for this. And
you do not know who you're meeting, and you are made aware this is deliberate.
But starting a new tradition. Well, tradition, but what would you call it? A new routine. Madeline will, upon this unknown person she's about to meet, she will spend time before going out doing a ritual that you will begin to do now, because fire might become a very familiar thing these coming nights. And she is going to perform a ritual. And she succeeds with one success. It will not be really relevant for this scene, I think, but she will do it regardless, and she will put on gloves.
Oh, what's the ritual again?
She is performing Firewalker. Because she was, not too long ago, caught in a situation where she really wished she had done this, but oh well. And she doesn't know who she's meeting, so why not be prepared? But yeah, Madeline will wear a hood and we'll head for the meeting.
You are invited to a place within the merchants district. Actually, not that far from where you live, although it is on the south side.
Okay.
As you travel down the various roads and pathways that uh, take you to your destination, you find uh, you find that the location you have been requested to meet at is actually an inn.
Hmm. A bit out of the ordinary, but Madeline readies herself. She does enjoy from time to time a place like this. She will enter, and she will find a table by herself. She will order wine.
You are given a few minutes to lounge around. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Hmm, you know what? She will actually roll in perception or aura perception just to see the crowd, see if there's anything that stands out.
You do need to define what you're looking for.
Any auras that do not look human.
I think from this point on, I'm going to be asking people to be more specific.
More specific than that,
Yeah, because I mean that could be literally that could
she is
literally
going to look for vampiric auras.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'll begin asking people for specific aura types at this point.
Oh, that's totally fine.
Either colors or shades.
Yeah,
Um,
the shade that is vampiric.
um, well, you do get enough successes. You don't see any vampiric auras in the crowd, no.
Hmm.
You are free to continue checking for whatever you want, though. So actually, I don't think I'm going to do that because it'll just take people making 6 different rolls. Now think about it. Hey, there you go. Beta test done. We're not implementing that rule set. There you go, people. Progress.
Not just progress, but fast progress.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Madeline is gonna just look around, see what kind of place this is. Is this like high end, middle?
Wait, what? High, middle, what? Sorry?
I mean, is this like a high end place? Is this like for the top ranking merchants, like that can
No,
afford to?
it's lower middle.
It's lower middle. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like it's similar to if you're a buy for numbers 9 to 5 guy in the modern day and you just went to the bar after work, that's kind of establishment this is. This is for uh laborers, lower end merchants, apprentices, people who've had a hard day at work, just want to relax.
Fair enough.
Yeah, actually, I will say because that role I kind of pigeonholed you a little bit about regarding aura perception. You don't see any auras other than human.
Okay. She hasn't got a name, right? She's just a location, right?
Just location.
Hmm. She will actually order food. She she's not in a hurry tonight. She is. She'll take her time. She'll just see if there is any man or woman. Who knows? Maybe someone wants to have a conversation with her. She's assuming at some point the person who wants to talk will come and talk.
Yeah, eventually you order your food. You take a seat at the table. No one actually approaches you, other than perhaps being uh, harassed by a few drunks, but they get their sorry hides kicked out about half an hour later.
I
And
approve this.
it is the barman who approaches you with your food and drink. Wishes you a merry evening, and to enjoy the meal, and goes back to the bar. Quite hurriedly, as it is a fairly busy night.
Hmm. Before he leaves, she will just ask him. I was supposed to meet an acquaintance here. Would you know of anyone who has meeting with a woman like me? Perhaps they have left instructions with you?
He looks at you like, is that sort of confused and concerned look? Um,
She smiles at him and just, did
could
I say something that troubles you?
I'm just concerned as to why you'd think I'd have instructions for you. Why they'd be left with me? I'm just a simple barman.
But one who is good at his job, perhaps you had trusted.
Now you can roll perception empathy.
Hmm. Need to be 100% sure that is. Rolled it before.
Now, with due respect, madam, I just pour the drinks and cook the meals.
Well, let me be the first to congratulate you. You do it very well. She takes a bite from her food and smiles. That's 5 successes, I think, on empathy.
Yeah, he seems very much caught off guard by you. He seems a little bit nervous that you seem to be directly calling him out.
Well, this is a sign of fear. Madeline is not 100% opposed to this. She smiles.
He also seems to be a little bit puzzled by you. Definitely quite nervous. A little bit sketchy.
Yeah, she doesn't react to it. She just smiles, lets him get on with his job.
Yeah, he just heads back behind behind the behind the bar and returns to pouring drinks to drunkards and the like. Do you eat your meal?
Yes, I do.
Um. Okay, you're eating your meal. It's largely liver and offal, some vegetables. Nothing particularly grand. It's pleasant enough. But as you're eating the meat, you cut into it. You find your knife gets stuck on something.
Hmm. Madeline will just look down, and but she's gonna try her very best as to just remain unmoved by it. She's just gonna, you know, take a gonna look like something that she's gonna pull it apart instead of using her tendrils or her knife and fork. She's just gonna use her fingers, and then she's gonna fish out whatever she cut into. If it is indeed a message of some kind.
It's a key.
Yeah, she's just gonna, take a little piece of meat out, chew it, and then she's gonna, like use her fingers with her food, and then she's gonna pocket the key. And she's gonna spend like 10 minutes, give or take, finishing up, and you'll thank the barman for the food. And would it be logical to assume that this is a key for a room in this bar?
Mm-hmm. It does have a tag attached to it.
Ah, what does it say?
Designate points. It basically is the room number.
She is going to go to the room.
Not even gonna finish your meal first. Rude.
Oh, I said I'm finished. I take like 10 or 15 minutes to finish my meal.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, you're polite.
Thank the barman for the meal, and then I'm gonna head out.
Okay, I am rude. Madeleine is actually really polite. Um,
That's better.
you walk up to your room. And you unlock the door.
She gets in, just looks around, but she's gonna close the door and lock the room. Is the room pitch black?
The room is dark. It's not pitch black. The ambient light from outside gives it some light. Do you just close it? Do you just close the door?
She closes and locks the door.
Okay. In the room, you can see no less than 4 figures. Actually, there are 5. In this room, it is nothing more than a simple, small bedroom. The small table off to the side. Room is very dark. There are no candles lit apart from one upon the table where an individual sits behind.
Hmm.
Um, He's hard to see because of the candlelight, but and because he has his face largely concealed. He's wearing a what do you call it?
A hood, a mask,
He's wearing a turban.
turban. Okay.
Wearing a turban. The other four figures appear to be standing in each corner of a room. Apart from one who stands by the bed. When you open the door, he will take a position in front of the door. There are actually they are wielding torches in one hand, and in another where you can see that they've both kind of got everybody's kind of got their hands kind of lightly brushing the handle of their blade.
Mm-hmm. Good evening.
The individual in the turban speaks in response and says, one moment. Sorry about that. The man just says, good evening. And who is the one who summons the great Azu from his lair?
A
To
person.
scour his mind for secrets. And treasures
Curious.
from beyond the bounds of the earth.
Well, a person that is mighty interested in this fine city's history. So interested, in fact, that she needs, well, to seek unconventional avenues of research.
Do you want to roll me intelligence alertness?
Mm, well, I'm. She's going to say something else, but sure. She's also going to say, well, that's 3 successes.
Okay, you feel this voice sounds familiar.
So you are making the same voice. I wasn't sure. Is it Omar?
I mean, I literally can't say. I can't tell you that, can I? I can't tell you who it is. You need like 5 successes for that.
Yeah. Because it also could be the Assamite that I've talked to.
It could also be that guy.
Yeah, so
Could also be like 5 other people you've talked to with that accent, because I'm not
yeah,
good with my vocal
that's
range.
true.
um,
Well, if I did not know better, I would say that you know who I am. Quite well, in fact, but
like the beady eyes behind the turban squint, which you can see quite clearly because you have night sight. And they like squint at you and try to get a better look at you. Don't say anything. They do say the oh. Oh.
We do not need to stay strangers. And she is also kind of interested because this is it's kind of funny for Madeline somehow.
What?
I could swear that we have met. I'm not certain where and what specific way we have, but I honestly do not believe that all this secrecy is needed.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Madeleine.
She will actually laugh.
I had no idea it was you. What are you doing here? Are you? I thought it was some strapping young lad. I was so surprised that it was a woman.
What?
Some. So it was your guy. It was. I thought it was some
It is quite
amateurish fool from the Merchant Towers.
what? It only it would only
At least I can drop this ridiculous act.
quite so.
And
But
I
it only
hate being
said
Azul.
that
He
you
is
are-
so stuck up and bound in uncomfortable fabrics. He
Oh,
tosses
that
away
is a
the
shame.
of the veil over his lower half of his face.
She gets up, comes over,
Oh,
curtsies to him.
I'm so glad it is you.
Hmm.
Sorry, I thought I was dealing with an amateur and thought I could squeeze a little bit more out of him. I apologize.
No, it is quite all right. And hey, you might have squeezed more out of me. That would be a good day for you and a bad day for me. I cannot blame you for such things.
Well, people want all these cute little magical things and have no idea what they actually are. But it is good to see you again. We haven't talked in, what must be months. So I assume you are looking for something terrible. Something, magical things are often terrible.
Well, they are, but what I am looking for mostly is answers.
Oh,
As weird as that may sound.
oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes. Ah. Right, yes, you are here for business and not to acquaint yourself with your lovely clanmate. I must remind myself of this.
Why can we
Yes.
not have both?
This we could definitely have both. Yes. Yes, we could definitely have both. But how have you been doing then?
Oh, I have been doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
Although these few nights, this growing problem, unrest in the city.
you know me, always making money. But I am sorry to hear that your nights have been a bit turbulent lately.
Oh, they have.
Oh,
But I will rest assured knowing that the great Omar will always persevere and make it through unscathed.
oh, but the great Omar Shadid always make sure that he and his customers always escape unscathed. Not from the store, because you'll want to come back to that. But everything else, that is cruel and horrible.
Quite.
But yes, your friend, your lovely friend from somewhere.
A very, very new associate. He still needs to learn. Hopefully he will in time.
There's no problem. I call him I'm amateur, but he is mortal, They do not know that much about the weird and crazy things that happen in this weird and wonderful world.
Ah, so you deal a lot with those
Oh,
who
but I
want.
deal in all kinds of business demeddling.
Well, then cautiousness is a virtue, I suppose. It is good to know that you are careful.
This is me on a very shall we say on a very good day, very bold day, very adventurous day or night. It's more accurate. I'm young. Please forgive me. But yes, you were looking for something regarding what happened so many years ago.
Yes, yes, I am. At the time I have been here, I have looked, studied, asked quite a few people, but no. I always hit a wall. I seem to be able to learn nothing of this past, which is, well, I am afraid it has only incentivized me to search even harder.
It is quite alright. It is quite alright. Yes, I think I might just have the thing for you. I've built up quite a collection of interesting ways, to say the least. Oh, but is there anything in particular you're looking for to get you started on your great journey?
Well,
Oh, because Omasher did always has something for his most loyal of customers and relatives.
hmm, well, I suppose I would first want to. Well, the biggest problem for me has been the fact that I have not been able to, what shall we say, narrow my search too much. So many ways this could have come about. So many different groups of people. I suppose I should start by excluding certain parties.
Well, I find that a good place to always start is a first-hand account of someone that was there.
Well, that I have also tried, but the only one I know of is the Red Man.
But he is crazy. Okay, I do not want to piss him off because he might be in this room, but he is somewhat unstable.
Quite.
Very very unstable. Uh,
But my
but
dearest Omar, if I did not know better, I would guess that you have knowledge of someone who was there who is not the Red Man.
oh, that indeed, yes. I've been, as I said, I've been building up a very large collection of wares, and of course, one connected to such an intriguing event as to the one that occurred so many years ago, so many decades before my time. I couldn't help myself. I had to have it.
Hmm, quite intriguing. So it was not only the Red Man who survived.
Oh no, well, I'm pretty sure everybody involved in that is dead, apart from the Red Man. But I do have accounts of an individual, a diary, if you will, of a young Toreador who was around for the period of instability. I think he was one of the latter ones to die. He seemed somewhat aware of what was going on. I've read his journal, so I am very spoiled. But yes, he seemed quite aware of what was going on, to an extent.
I see.
He didn't know who, or what, or how, but he knew something was happening, and that something is quite interesting indeed.
Hmm.
I can't imagine how many would be clawing to get their hands upon such secrets, to see the mystery revealed.
Omar, you are truly a salesman, like no other.
I do try.
And you do so very well.
So I assume you would be quite interested in this journal, yes?
What?
Well, it is quite a rare item, but considering the contents involved. But you are my super great grandaunt. And for that, I owe you a great discount. I would not wish for any money or income or any such things from you. No, that would just be crass. All I'd ask from you, my good Lady Madeleine, would be but a single minor boon, and I would be more than happy to part with the item and gift it to you by the end of the night at the absolute latest. And if my offer concerns you, I already have in mind what I would what the service of the boom would entail. You would be quite fine.
Hmm.
No grand adventure or anything silly.
Hmm. Why?
You're not going to be racing guardsmen across town.
Hmm.
Although that would be one of the safer events I put people through. But indeed, it would be quite simple, particularly for one such as yourself to carry out. You are quite a talented woman, if I do say myself.
Hmm. She smiles. And then it seems we already have an agreement. I will agree to this.
Oh, oh, absolutely fantastic. Okay. He claps his hands together. Wonderful, wonderful. I shall see to it that your item is delivered to you before the end of the night. If there is any way you would like me to place it to ensure that the transaction is faster or smoother or easier for you, don't hesitate to tell me. I shall ensure that it is done uh, as soon as possible, within the hour.
Very well. Have it delivered to my. Well, to me, it will be fine.
Excellent. Excellent. Well then, I shall see to it that the item is delivered, and I will have I'll ensure to you that this boon is repaid, and we shall be completely clear by the end of the week.
Wonderful.
So that there are no, how to say,
Outstanding.
outstanding debts
Debts.
or
Hmm.
ill feelings as a result. I do not wish to.
Please, Omar. There can be no ill feelings towards you.
You flatter me, Lady Madeleine, but
What
I would.
is it that you require done? I wonder.
All I require is a particular letter sent sent to a group of friends of mine. Within a very specific date. It is quite important. I need to ensure that it reaches the right people and within the allotted time. And that it does not fall into the wrong hands. And unfortunately, I cannot trust any other courier to carry out the job effectively. It is just that important.
Very well.
I cannot disclose what is in the letter or what its contents is, but I can tell you it is quite important. And it is very... It is a priority that it reaches its would-be honors as soon as possible at this particular date. I'll send you details soon. It won't be for a few days, so you shall have time to kind of mull over how you want to go about it, and I will send you details of where the drop-off will be and where you want to go and who you want to meet.
City.
It is but a simple job. I hope you are not offended, as I am aware it is quite street level.
No, no. It is quite all right.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
It is you who gives me the terms of your wish and what I should do for repaying my debts. So I will repay my debts. Whatever you desire. And if this is what you desire, shall be done.
He places his hand on his chest. Well, I am so glad we could do business this evening, Madeline, and I am so happy to see you again. I'm so glad it was you. No offense to your friend, but it is so much fun when you are around. The world is never a dull moment with you.
Which is good to see that we flatter each other. I thank you for this. But I will deliver this letter. I'm curious, is this any specific part of the city that is less traveled these days?
But then I didn't quite catch that.
Or is this deliveries happening to a place that is less, what shall we say, traveled these days?
Well, you could say that, yes.
I do not get out nearly enough these nights. I will look forward to it.
There is so much to see in the world. I would encourage it.
Quite so. Well, this journal I will look forward to having it.
Well, I would love to stay and chat longer, but I believe we both have business to be attending to. So I wish you a merry evening. I'm sorry about the gods. They're usually quite lovely, you know, but I can
You
see
have
how
caused
the
no offense.
touches would be a bit intimidating.
No, no, no. You have caused no offense. You have simply done due diligence in protecting yourself these troubles. And
Well, I hope if nothing else you enjoyed the mysterious sorcerer Azul.
Hmm. Shall I call you this the next time we meet?
Oh heavens no. That is embarrassing.
No, no. Oh. Perhaps I should find myself an alter ego.
Oh, they are quite fun as long as people don't find out. Oh, it would be so horrible if people started calling me Azul. I would just throw myself into the sun out of sheer humiliation. But it's still quite funny getting the drop on models like that.
I'm assuming that, honestly, it was a bit funny. When I entered here, I did not know who you were. A little bit intimidating, honestly.
Well, I did not see you clearly at first, but I'm like, I've heard this person somewhere, and I'm like, oh, it is Madeline. What is she doing here? Anyway, yes, it was quite. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I did as well.
Oh, I always do with you, Omar.
Well, would you like me to see you out, or would you prefer to make your own way?
Oh, I can make my own way.
And in the
But
case,
you
thank
said
you.
within the hour?
Ah, depends on where you want to meet to drop it off, but potentially, if not, it might be a couple of hours, maybe 3 absolute maximum.
You know where my hidden is.
Ah, and it definitely will be in the hour.
Very good. She'll just say goodbye to Omar and probably give him a hug and see him off. And she will begin to head home.
Oh, so friendly. Oh, goodbye. Uh, yeah.
Out of
And
character. The worst part about Omar is part of you just wants to go full Omar yourself and just go, "Oh, it is very good to see you," and just that's
hello. I'm
the,
what you did.
yeah, that's the problem. But oh,
Everybody loves Omar. Um, he's basically the Raymond of the setting, just not miserable. Uh, uh, yeah. You make your way back to your haven, and within half an hour of you making your way back to your haven, a package will be dropped off by one of the ferry guards who was at the inn.
she'll thank him. She'll give him a tip for his trouble. And then Madeline will go into her study and she will very intently read this text.
Yep, and I think with that we can end the scene there as Madeline reads something that may very well bring revelations as the night continues. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time.